So I have two vests here. So I'm looking at a running vest for my runs, 10k, half marathon. Some of these are used for like trekking, so they're not necessarily designed purely for running, but for, you know, use where, you know, you need to carry water and your belongings with you. So first up I have this one, which is the Andes. So both of these are from Amazon. They're slightly different price points. So this one was $7.99 plus postage, so around about £10. And this one was £32. You can get it a few pounds cheaper if you go without the bladder, which I'll show you in a mo. So starting off with the Andes. So this one is bit more of a backpack than I thought it would be, and the front of it has the buckle, so you can put it on like a backpack. This one has the bladder, so the bladder just means it's a pack which you can fill with water or your fluids, a massive tube that you can use as a straw. So it hooks into the back inside one of the pockets, and then the straw comes out so you can drink whilst you're on the go. So this one, not the best of quality, you know, but for the price, you know, it's, you know, more than fine. So you've got a cord drawstring at the front, you've got two mesh pockets on the side, which I would say are substantial to hold a full standard size bottle of you know, fluids. It has two pockets, two zipped pockets. Here is a storage one, and then here at the top all the way around is the one for the bladder. So let me show you what it's like inside. So when you zip the big pocket at the back, you have these little hooks. You have two of them here, and these will then hook on to these little sections here on the bladder. So this will just basically slide in here, and then you've got that water in your back whilst you walking around. This one has two reflectors here, and two small ones. No, none at the bottom, just the two here at the top. And then you've got one main one here. So for hiking, you might have your like walking pole, etc., and little reflectors here on the side. So this is the Andes. And then moving on to the next one. This one is a little bit more vest, super light. So this was around the 30 kind of price point. It's all of a mesh fabric, super light and compact. So if you were traveling, you can literally fold this in half. Like, it's so easy to travel with. So the front, you have loads of reflectors. So we've got some at the top, we've got some down the sides, and it's got a little whistle here, it's got a pocket, it's got the little tabs here for you to put the tubular part of your bladder through. You have some stretchy pockets here, which also have little drawstrings. I'm not sure you'd fit a standard size bottle in these. I think these are designed more for the kind of flat water flask bottles, but also for your like energy drinks, etc. You have a zip pocket here for your phone. Again, if you have a very big phone, a wide phone, it won't necessarily fit in there, I wouldn't say. I have quite a standard small size iPhone, so that's fine. Another stretchy pocket, and then it's got the two buckles which are adjustable at the front. And then if I flip that over for you, it has a pouch pocket at the back here, which is stretchy. So if you've got like a fold up Mac or something you want to put in there. And then at the top, you have another section, which is the full length here. And it's got the mesh, which is on your back, but it's got the two buckles again here, either side, in order to clip the bladder aspect there, which is more of a plastic firm. Yeah, it's got a little tab. I guess you could put the straw through so it doesn't move around. And yep, that goes all the way down. Right, and it's got 2 side buckles, but I'll show you those whilst it's on because I think it will make a little bit more sense. So yes, I paid an extra about £2, and it came then with the bladder water to go through. The nozzle on this one is got a little cap on it so you can stop the water coming out, and seems quite easy to kind of clean compared to our Anders one, which is slightly more of a complex, if I just focus in, mouthpiece, but I think it would probably be a bit more protective with a stopper to stop the water coming through when you don't want it. Okay, so let's try it on. So I have the Anders one on, so you can see this comes in multiple colours. I've just deliberately picked the pinks and the bright colours just so it's easier to spot me when I'm running. So this one has 1 buckle which sits across the chest here. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be above the chest or if I'm supposed to have it lower down across the kind of nipples. I have no idea. At the moment I've got it on its kind of like tightest, and I kind of feel like this would move as a bag, like if I was running. If I was walking, I don't think it would be an issue, so maybe better for trekking than running. So this is on like pretty much the smallest straps there. Got the little reflectors here, and let me just turn it the other way round so you can see how it sits. So if I just pop that way, you can see sideways it's like a backpack. It's pretty flat. I've got the bladder in it. Obviously it's not full, but yeah, it feels like I've got something on for sure. So I've just flipped it over just to show you what it's like on. You've got the drawstring there. So it's like a triangle almost. So it is smaller and more narrower as it gets towards your bottom and wider around the shoulders. So it has that kind of comfort of it just sits in the middle of your back instead of it being around like your hips at the back. So I think it's a great design. For, you know, under £10, it's not the most robust of bags, but it's definitely going to get, you know, give you quite a few journeys using it. Is it for me for running? I think it's a thumbs down for running for me. I think it will move too much. I think it's too heavy and bulky. I don't think the material is going to be good for me from a sweaty back point of view, but definitely a good one for trekking, I would say, especially as it holds nice full-size bottles in there. Right, next up I have my second one here. So this is what it looks like from a distance. From a side point of view, you can see the buckles that I was trying to show earlier. It's pretty much flat on my back, so I have got the bladder in there now, so I can get a feel of what that feels like, what the shape is, what the weight is, so I can feel it on the other side of the mesh. So imagine if I put cold water in there, actually when I'm running, I will be able to feel that coldness on my back because it's quite a thin layer of mesh between me and the bladder. So if I come in a little bit closer there, and you can kind of get an idea of the two buckles, which you can just pull to adjust. I guess you can kind of tuck them in so they're out your way. Quite easy to get into the pockets. I didn't really want too big drink bottles on the front. I just don't think it would be very comfortable on the chest, which is why I was keen to get ones with a bladder on the back. So yeah, like if I had, I just can't see a full-size bottle going in here, so it would have to be one of the pouch type ones, but I can easily imagine pulling out some energy like drinks and bars and snacks and things from it. So yeah, like really good fit, feels really light, feels literally like I've got nothing on. Yeah, and it's got a little whistle too, in case I kind of need some help, I guess. Well, it works. Right, so the back then, you can see you kind of got a logo in the middle. It's got the little pouch bit there, which still has plenty of space even with the bladder being there. It's quite nice away from my neck. The arms and the sides are adjustable. Again, I've pulled that nice and tight so it's snug. I can move around and it's not moving at all. So it is very fit. It all comes in one size, so I didn't have to pick a size. It's quite narrow, and it's kind of like, it's above my belly button, maybe an inch or two above my belly button it finishes, so it actually is quite small. It doesn't kind of come round onto the waistline where you're going to be running, so that's quite handy. So I think for running, yes, I think this is going to get a thumbs up from me. So yeah, I'm going to try this out on the weekend when I'm doing my 10k, and let you know how it goes. But for now, I think it's a pretty good vest. Let me know your thoughts. Have you got either of these? Have you tried either of these? Do you have a different model? I'd love to do a comparison with that. So yeah, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.